everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. Today I'm going to be doing a review and comparison of the Ilia Brow Gel. This one's very new, it was released just a couple weeks ago. The 100% pure green tea fiber brow, which has been out for a couple of years now. And also the other pretty new Juice Beauty Envy Brow Gel. This I think was released maybe like a month or two ago. In this video I'm going to be comparing them and also showing you a demo of me using all of them so you can see kind of what they look like on me and how they apply and all of that. I'm going to start off with the one that I am currently wearing at this moment, and this is the Ilia Brow Gel. And I got this one during the Credo Friends and Family sale. I did a first impressions video of me using this brow gel, and I'm going to link that video up above. And I had a little bit of difficulty learning how to use this brow gel because it is unique in that it has a double-sided wand. As you can see, one side of the wand has longer bristles than the other side. Although I knew that I was supposed to use the two sides of the brush differently, I wasn't quite sure how to actually do that because there were no instructions. There were no instructions on the box on how to actually use it, none online either. I searched the Ilia website and they didn't have any there either. I looked on the Credo Beauty website, it just said to use one end to apply more product and the other end to apply less product. And so I had to figure out myself which end to use to apply more product. And it turns out that the end with the shorter bristles applies more product and the end with the longer bristles applies less product. So that was kind of a bit of a learning curve with that, which I didn't really appreciate. Like, I feel like that's kind of a fundamental part of the product is if you have something that's unique and hasn't been done before, you really need to provide the user with instructions on how to actually use it. Because, you know, it took me a couple days and a few days of using it to figure it out. It can definitely affect the way you feel about a product if you have some difficulty using it or you never actually figure out how to use it properly. I think I'm using it properly now, but honestly, I'm not 100% sure because there weren't any instructions with it. The Ilia Brow Gel is the most expensive out of the three and is $26, and it comes in 3 shades. I have the middle shade, which is medium brown, and I think it's a pretty good shade match for me. I had really high hopes for this brow gel because I've really liked a lot of Ilia products. Like their new color block lipsticks have been amazing. Their True Skin Serum foundation is also amazing. I felt like Ilia was really revamping their brand and coming out with some awesome products. And I thought the dual-sided brush was kind of unique. I just thought this product had a lot of things going for it. However, the more I have used it, the less I like it. And I think you can see part of my problem in my brows today is I think this product looks patchy. It is very flaky. Like, you actually get flakes of the product. It's clumpy. It's just not good. And it's not because it's dried out. I've only been using it for like maybe a week or two at this point. Like, it's really not been a lot of time, and so there's no way the product should be getting this clumpy and flaky already. I just don't think it looks very good. Like, it looks kind of patchy in my brows. I have pretty thick brows. I still like to kind of fill them in a bit, but I am comfortable leaving the house without any brow product in. When I try and build up the product at all in my brows, which it's supposed to be able to do, because remember, you have the one side of the applicator that applies more product and one side that applies less. When I start trying to build it up, it really just gets kind of clumpy and flaky, and it'll actually kind of flake off when I try and put more on. So I've never really had that happen with a brow product, and it's really weird. And honestly, I don't like it. I feel like there's something wrong with the formula. When I was looking up instructions on how to actually use this brow gel, I found some other reviews of this brow gel saying the same thing. So they were saying it was flaking. And when I was using it at first and trying to figure out how to use it, it wasn't flaking, but the more I've used it, the more it has become flaky on me. I really wanted to love this product, but it is just not my favorite brow gel. I have to say all 3 of the brow gels I'm talking about in this video are very similar in terms of how they hold your brows in place, in that they don't do a great job of holding your brows in place. I wish that all 3 had more kind of hold power to them. Like I said, I have pretty thick brows, and at the end of the day, I will notice that my brow hairs themselves are not like in the same position as where I brush them up with the brow gel. They kind of will droop as the day goes on, which isn't great, but I've not really found a brow gel in Non-Toxic Beauty that has a better hold. And this brow gel from Ilia is vegan and cruelty-free as well. So I just don't love how my brows looked. And like I said, at first when I was using it, I was like, this is kind of cool. It's a thicker formula. I can get a lot of color out of it. But the more I've used it, the more it has become this kind of like flaky, clumpy formula that's just not that great. And I mean, you can see what my brows look like they just don't look that good. If any of you have tried it and had a better experience with it, let us know in the comment section down below. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the 100% pure green tea fiber brow, because this one to me is similar to the Ilia brow gel. Because it's kind of a thicker consistency, this one contains fibers, which none of the other brow gels have. These fibers are meant to kind of help build more volume in your brows, and it's something more akin to the Glossier Boy Brow. I've never tried the Glossier Boy Brow, but I know that that one also has fibers in it. This brow gel from 100% Pure is $22, which is the same price as the Juice Beauty brow gel. The Ilia brow gel is the most expensive one, like I said, at $26. And this fiber brow gel is also cruelty-free and vegan, which is great as well. And I have been using this brow gel for quite a while now. Before the Ilia brow gel launched and the Juice Beauty brow gel launched, there weren't really many other tinted brow gels on the market in Non-Toxic Beauty. So this was kind of the only option that we had. The wand on the green tea fiber brow, which is like the purpley one, is smaller than the Ilia Beauty one, as you can see. And honestly, I think the fact that the actual applicator is smaller makes it easier to apply and work with than the Ilia, because your brows aren't huge, and when you have a smaller applicator, what it means is that you're able to control where you're laying down product better. I often end up having to go in and clean up my brows with concealer, but when I have a smaller wand, I find I have to do that less. And in the demo, you'll see me struggling a little bit to apply this product. It's not the best, most accurate representation of me applying it, because this product is pretty much empty, and I will admit that. I was kind of scraping out the dredges of it because I've purchased these other two brow gels, so I really hadn't felt a need to repurchase this one because I was trying out some other ones. But then when I decided to do this video, I was like, oh, it'd be really helpful for everyone to compare the three. So it's a little bit drier than it typically is, but generally I find this to be easier to work with than the Ilia because it's not as flaky. Though this is a brow gel that definitely is more of a fibrous, builds volume brow gel. Unfortunately, there are only two colors in the 100% Pure brow gel, which I don't think is great. I have the shade soft brown, and then there's only one deeper. There's no lighter shades. So if you have more blonde hair, I think you could have an issue finding a good shade with this. But if you are a brunette, I think this is a great option to go with. I would go with this one, honestly, over the Ilia because it is easier to work with, the product applies better, and they all three wear really well throughout the day. I don't have issues with it melting off or smudging everywhere. Though the Ilia brow gel can flake some, this one from 100% Pure does not. Honestly, it's been really great, and the fact that I've repurchased it multiple times shows you that, because I could choose to just use a brow pencil, but I have been leaning more towards using these because my brows are thicker. I think if you have thinner brows, using a brow gel on its own is probably not going to work very well. You're probably either going to want to use a brow pencil to fill in a bit and then use a brow gel. I think it depends on what kind of look you're looking for in your brows, but if you're looking for more filling, there's only so much that a brow gel can do, but I do think in terms of filling, this one is going to give you the most filling power. And then the final brow gel is from Juice Beauty. This is their new Juice Beauty Envy brow gel. I'm gonna compare this wand to the 100% Pure wand because the 100% Pure was smaller than the Ilia, and the Juice Beauty is even smaller than the 100% Pure, as you can see. It's a little bit thinner. It's a little longer, but is it longer? No, they're about the same height, but it's thinner. And honestly, out of the three in terms of wands, the Juice Beauty is the easiest for me to work with because it is the smallest. I really just find that I get the most precise control using this one. And in terms of formula, this one deviates the most from the other two brow gels because this one I would describe as a brow mascara. Like, it really more just coats your actual brow hairs that you have. It doesn't deposit a lot of color or product. So if you're really looking to build up your brows, this is not the product. If you have quite full brows or you've gone ahead and already filled in your brows, this one from Juice Beauty does a great job of just kind of coating everything, giving a little bit more color, but not too much. So the Juice Beauty Brow Gel comes in 3 different shades. I have the shade medium, which is, you know, brunette brown shade. They have a lighter, kind of more blonde shade, and then a deeper brown / black shade. So I think given the ease of application, this shade range, and how my brows end up looking, out of the 3 different brow gels, I would have to recommend the Juice Beauty Brow and V Gel. Although I do have one drawback with this, which is that I went through it pretty quickly. I've had it for about a month and a half now, and I'm pretty much out of it. Like, I'm kind of scraping the end out, so I feel like you do fly through this product pretty quickly. I feel like I got more use out of the 100% pure green tea fiber brows. I don't know about the Ilia. I haven't used a whole tube of it yet, so I really don't know how long you get a use out of it, but I feel like there's just more product in it. I could be mistaken about that, but I just feel like the container is larger and I think it contains a little bit more product. Out of the 3, I like the way this one looks the best in my brows. I would recommend the 100% pure green tea fiber brow, but the fact that they really don't have a blonde shade is definitely problematic because the soft brown shade works in my brows, which are pretty dark. For shade range, most people will be able to use this. Because this brow gel doesn't deposit a lot of color or product in your brows, I think if you have more sparse brows, you may need to fill them in a bit more with like a brow pencil and then kind of go in with this brow gel as the final step. But if you have thicker brows, I think you can get away with just using the brow gel. So overall, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know that you like seeing this type of video. You want me to do kind of more review, comparison, demo videos, because they're quite a bit of work. So if you like them, be sure to let me know that. You can do that by leaving me a comment or by giving this video a thumbs up. And if you enjoy seeing this type of non-toxic beauty content, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you'll be able to see all of the other cool things I have coming up. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram. I'll have my handle down below at naturallybeautifulgirl. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!